Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to type maths in Microsoft Word, and we're also going to do a really quick tutorial in Excel. Remember, if you're exploration paper, it is the expectation that you submit a Word document. Okay, and so here we go. So first of all, you need to be in math mode if you're going to type math. And the way you get into that is you hit the Alt button, and then you also hit the equals button. Okay, and so when you do that, and I'm giving a demonstration now, this is going to pop up. And so now you can do things like type fractions, like 3/5. Now you can't leave this in your paper. That won't work. That doesn't look like math. But as soon as I hit the space bar, it'll turn into math. And so that's a good example for you. Or if I want x squared, I can't leave it like this, but if I hit the space bar, that communicates to the computer that I've completed my command, and now I want the computer to execute that command. Maybe you need an e to the x. So you make sure you always hit the space bar, and that'll do what you need to. Now notice up here at the top, there's a whole bunch of options of things you might need. So if you're doing calculus, maybe you need integrals on your paper. And probably not triple integrals, but maybe you want a standard regular integral. Or maybe you need a sigma in your paper because you're summing things up. The other thing to look out for is when you do a trig function like this. Normally, sign is not italicized, so after you hit a trig function, you need to hit the spacebar, and now it'll recognize that it's a trig function. Well, what if I want theta? I mean, x is easy to type. There it is, easy. But how do I get a theta? I don't have a theta on my keyboard because I'm not using a Greek keyboard. So this brings up how we type in commands. You can hit the backslash button, which is different than the forward slash. The forward slash, which you see now, is to make fractions. The backslash is to start a command. So if I type in theta and hit the spacebar, then I'll have theta. Okay, and so I'll be real happy about that. Now there is quite a library up here of different symbols, and if you hover on them, it will show you the command. So notice how that just popped down. Backslash delta is how I get a delta. Or if I want pi, backslash pi. If I want a right arrow because I'm doing limits, I can do backslash right arrow or backslash 2. Either of those work. If you don't want to type them in, you can look through these menus. You can find any symbols that you need. There are, I don't know, I'm guessing thousands of symbols in here. I haven't looked at all of them, but there's tons and tons of symbols. You don't need most of them. I actually have never even seen this one. I have no idea what it means or what it does. But if you want to play with those, you can, and you can look through them. Let's take a look now at Microsoft Excel. In Excel, perhaps you need to be able to analyze some data. So there's a couple of different tools that we can work with. I've made up a data set here of a person and their net worth over the course of their life. They graduated college and they had some debt, so it's negative, and then they save, 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 save. And by retirement age, they've amassed a nice little nest egg. So if I want to graph this and analyze it, all I need to do is select those data, and then I will insert a chart. Now, I really like the scatter plot. Okay, and so notice, automatically what it does for me is it names my chart. It's my net worth, and I've got my money here, and I've got the age here, and look at my data points. So it starts here at 18 years of age, just like my chart does, and now I've got this pattern. Now, that's fine and dandy, and we can screenshot that using the snipping tool, and we can put that right into our paper, but there's another trick. So if you click on a data point and then right-click on it, so click, then right-click, and add a trend line, then you can play with these functions over here and you can actually get a trend line. So I can click linear, I can click logarithmic, oh that doesn't look good. I can click polynomial, okay that looks close. No exponential. It won't let me pick an exponential, and I actually don't know why. So for right now, I'm going to have to go with polynomial, and that's pretty close. If I want to know how close it is, I can see r squared, 0.992. So pretty good, pretty darn good. And then maybe I want to actually know what the equation of that is. So over here, I'm going to click display equation on chart. Now I've got a model. If I wanted to perform calculus on it, I could find derivatives, or I could integrate if I needed to. I could do whatever I wanted to so that I can meet whatever the aim is of the paper that I'm writing. So this is a tool that maybe you can use. Some of you will be able to use this, and some of you won't. Another tool that might be of interest for your paper is maybe you want to know the average of something. In this particular data set, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to find the average, but maybe for yours it does for some reason. So all you have to do is come into the box where you want that to happen. You can insert, or excuse me, I want formulas. In formulas, I'm going to use Autosum. Now there's lots and lots of functions in here, but some of the really basic ones are right here. And so if I want the average of those, it automatically assumes these are the ones I want, and in this case that's what I wanted, so I'll just hit enter. The enter key tells that I'm finished with my command, and it will then tell me what the mean is. What if I wanted something different? Maybe I want the median. Well, how can I get that? Maybe I could try typing at equal sign. Equal sign lets it know that I want a command. MED, and you know what? It realizes right away, hey, I probably want to do a median. So I click on median, and for some reason nothing happens right now. Let me try that again. MEDIAN. And so I'm going to actually type out the command then. So parentheses, and then I have to click and drag over the numbers that are interesting to me. Then hit enter, and it will tell me the median. Okay, and so there's lots of different functions in here. Tons and tons and tons. These are the most commonly used ones, but you can look through those, and if there's anything that you think might be a useful statistic for your paper that you're having a difficult time finding, like, oh, maybe a standard deviation or something like that if you're doing a normal distribution, then we can talk about how to find those, because there's lots. I don't want to show you how to use all of them today, because that would take a really long time, but that is another functionality that this software has. That's all for this short intro video, but I look forward to your feedback. Let me know what I missed, what I should add, and what would be helpful to you, and we can have some discussions and figure that out so you can be successful. That's all for now. See you next time.